Finnegan here at the Long Road Festival, and it's coming to the end of the festival, and I have the wonderful Erin Kinsey here. This is
Hi.
amazing. So, how have you been finding the festival so far?
Oh, it's great. I mean,
Have
UT
you
fans are just incredible.
have you had a chance to experience any of the other acts throughout the
A
festival?
little bit. I've gotten to hear Alana Springsteen, and then we're hearing them right now. But after that, we're here to hang out for a little bit. We honestly came in guns blazing right off the plane and right on the stage. So we're excited to enjoy it after this.
Yeah, it's you seem like a very very busy person. So
I am today. I'm
yeah.
not always, but I am today.
Well, the performance was amazing because
Thank you.
I was standing at the front, so it was great.
Oh,
A lot of
thank you.
energy.
I really appreciate that.
I was I was there to get some bits, but I stayed for the whole thing, so it was great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Great
That
performance.
feels like a win.
Definitely. So can we just talk a little bit about how this all started?
Yeah.
I mean, you've probably talked about this a million times. So, but
Never gets old.
but straight out of school to Nashville,
Yes.
that's a big jump.
It was.
Big,
I was 17 and I moved to Nashville, which was it's about a 10-hour drive from my hometown, and my parents stayed at home, and it felt like a big jump, but also at the time I had my eyes so locked in and in love with country music. I wasn't thinking about anything else. So I ended up there.
So is that so? Do you think it's a must for this genre of music? Do you think you have to go to Nashville to be able to connect? Because I hear
You-
it's a different way of working there, isn't it?
It's definitely it's the only way to really be integrated into the community.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who kind of create their own community outside of Nashville and do it in their hometowns, or in like Texas has its own music scene. So you can do it other ways for sure. But it also is really special to be a part of the Nashville community.
Like, to have that kind of milestone
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
and it helps to be collaborative as well, because obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. You like run into people at the Kroger and stuff.
And talking about collaborations, do you think going forward is there any collaborations that you kind of want?
Absolutely. There's like some dream ones, and then there's some ones that I talked about with some of my friends. But dream ones would be somebody like Keith Urban, or even like a Miranda Lambert situation, like just icons that I look up to so much. It would be so cool to get to work with them in some way.
Yeah.
But then I also have a lot of friends in the industry, and I'd love to just like create music with them too.
Yeah, awesome. You've already had your albums cut by other famous artists as well. You already had collaborations in the past, so it's just
Yes.
it does seem on that process in this genre of music. It's kind of creatively working together.
Yeah. I mean, it's turned into something that can feel like an individual sport into a team thing,
Yeah.
and it's so much more fun to do things together.
Does that help with your inspiration for when you write and perform songs? Is that
Sometimes I think like also sometimes songs feel so personal to me that I know I'm gonna sing it and it's gonna be me and my hands all over it. But then yeah, sometimes you think about somebody else influencing it or bringing their artistry or ideas to it.
yeah? But I think the reason that country music is booming over here.
Yes,
It's
I've
bigger and
heard.
bigger every
I've
year.
heard.
This festival is a perfect example of it. It's getting larger and larger each year it does it. But I think one of the reasons that British people connect with country music so much is the storytelling aspect.
Yeah.
And I love it when you're on stage and you kind of give the insight to the story.
Yeah.
It kind of makes it a little bit more personal. There, you try to put that in every song, or do you sometimes just want a little bit of fun with the tracks?
I mean, a mix of both, but even like the fun, upbeat, love songs that I do, they're still pretty personal to me. I've just felt like the way for me to really connect to the song and to feel close to it and for it to feel special for me is for it to be personal. So it ends up being pretty detailed regardless of what it's about, but sometimes that's a little more fun than others.
Definitely. Do you see it as your own sort of almost form of therapy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially on the sad or the mad ones.
Yeah.
Especially on those.
So, long road to today. Obviously, what's next? Where are we heading in the world?
So I'm actually on a Europe and UK tour right now. So I have my headlining show in London on Wednesday. And then we play a festival in Amsterdam, and now we'll wrap it up. But we've been in Norway, we've been in Sweden, we've been in Germany, and then I'm also going back home. And we've been on a whole US tour too for most of the summer. So playing a lot of shows and really, really enjoying it.
Do you find that you prefer the larger stages, or do you prefer like more intimate performances? Obviously,
Honestly, every show is completely different. Like it it all depends on where the audience is at. And if they're ready to rock, it doesn't matter if there's 20 of them or 20,000 of them. It's so fun.
Yeah, I can imagine it's all about connecting with the people. So if you could be on a main stage and no one moving, that would be devastating.
It's not fun. Luckily, I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
experienced
so,
that,
yeah.
thank God.
But
But
from what we
yeah.
saw earlier, yeah, everyone was moving. You got the UK call. Did you ever find being on the road is part of the creative process? You go back and go, I've got the next album figured out because of the songs I've written, yeah, the experiences you've had on the tour, or do you find that you need to go home and kind of experience life again to kind of be able to?
Probably a combination of both. I think there's a lot of things from the live show that I find that I remember I like about songs. Like I love the guitar parts on this song, or I love having a moment like this. So when I go into writing songs or recording them, I want to incorporate those things. I'm a little more conscious of that. But also, nobody wants to hear a song about me playing a show. They want to hear
Yeah.
a song about me falling in love or getting my heart broken or whatever it is, or driving down a road. So it's a combination of both for sure.
Well, it's they call it the California album, don't they? Where all the celebrities from the artists move to California, and then the next album's just about living in
Oh
California.
yeah.
So they lose all the connection with
Right,
reality.
right.
But that's kind of it's kind of interesting. You kind of had that kind of experience. But moving forward, like over here, as I mentioned with country music, it's a little bit of Americana. There's a little bit of country here. There's a little bit of folk. There's blurry lines between. I hear in the States, it's a lot more rigid. Like if you country section,
Really?
folk. From talking to a couple of other artists,
Yeah.
I feel like they're a little bit more regimented over there, but here it's a little bit freer. Do you find British fans it's a lot more open? Do you find yourself,
I don't know if I've experienced that as much in the US as maybe some other people have. But I will say my music has a lot of rock elements in it. And the UK, they match me in that. They love that. And it's cool to feel like we can go as hard as we want and we'll love it and give it a chance. I definitely feel like people are really accepting of whatever, shade of country music or shade of music you do in general. So we're definitely having fun.
So could you see yourself at a rock festival, for example, on stage? I could see.
I would definitely be an outlier, but I mean I would play one. That's
You
for sure.
definitely would. Well, there's a couple of big festivals here. More than welcome. I'm sure there'd be
Really?
millions of fans.
Well, tell them I'll do it.
Yeah, but we heard it here.
There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
So, who would? I have to ask this because obviously we're here in the UK. If there's any British artists that you'd
Yeah.
love to do a duet or a kind of collab.
I mentioned this earlier, and it's kind of a cop out answer, but I am such a fan of Harry Styles. And I would do something with him. It was shocking, I know, but I would do something with him in Chicago.
Get writing.
Yeah, for real, for real. Start thinking about what he would do, right? I love it.
Yeah. So we talked about obviously we skipped over a little bit actually when we first talking about you in Nashville about that
Yeah.
those early years and stuff. Do you feel like that was baptism of fire for you? You felt that was the moment that you knew where you were going to go.
I mean, I started writing songs when I was 12. I've been in love and just thinking about nothing other than country music for a long time. But definitely taking a big step of moving to Nashville was a big one. Like not going to college, not doing a lot of other things. But honestly, I've been running down this road for so long. I don't remember not doing it, and I love it so much. I feel so blessed and so lucky to get to keep running.
So bearing that in mind, I've been talking to a lot of the up and coming artists that are playing festivals today. What advice would you give them to contact the next steps?
Honestly, just keep going. Keep releasing songs, playing shows, meet fans, meet people. As long as you don't stop, you ain't quit. So it's kind of a secret.
But a lot of British artists here, their dream is to go to Nashville. You definitely recommend that.
I mean, I would say go and see it for sure. But
to
I don't think it's like the. I don't think it's make or break. I think it just kind of depends on what you want to do and how you want to do it. And there really are no rules. You can do it any way you want.
So globally, where do you find obviously America has the heart of country in it. Outside of the UK, where and the States, where else you find that people are kind of like I hear Australia is kind of like really popular.
Yeah, I've heard Australia like on my data sheets and stuff like that I get. But funny enough, I have had a huge connection with people in Norway. So I've just spent a week in Norway playing 3 different shows, and we got to meet so many people that live out in the country and relate to country music so deeply. And it's been so cool to like see how it's everywhere. everybody's got some wide open space that they fall in love with. So yeah, Norway is one.
It's I wonder if it's that storytelling element again through
Maybe.
the folk that connects us with it. So and then I think that's a big thing in country music is that being able to connect with the audience on a personal level as well as making it big enough to connect with everyone in that kind of that area.
For sure.
But it's weird that you say Norway. Is there any if you so obviously you're touring and you're playing music. What do you do to kind of unwind and kind of just is music the thing that you kind of moved you forward, and then even when you're on your downtime you're still playing guitar and kind of listening to music, or do you have to switch off to be able to recharge the creative sorts?
I mean, I listen to a lot of music for sure, but I like getting outside, going on a walk, trying to be in nature a little bit. That's a big thing I do. I cook a lot too.
Okay,
But,
yeah. So what's your favorite dish to cook then?
honestly, I love like a good steak, just steak and potatoes and stuff like that. But
Say so.
yeah, it's pretty simple, but it's good over time.
It sounds tasty. I can't turn that down. But so you wouldn't see yourself as a chef in another life, do you think?
Oh, absolutely not. I can cook for me. Like I can make food that I like. I don't know if I would make food that other people like.
Okay. Well, I know you're busy, and you've got to go on to the next place. But it's been a pleasure talking to you. And
Yeah,
thank
thank you so
for
much for
coming.
having me.
And
Seriously, I
it was
appreciate it.
amazing watching you on the stage yesterday.
Thanks.
So, and if to everybody out there, please check out Erin Kinsey's tour because it's a performance you won't forget.
Thank you. I really
Pleasure.
appreciate that. Thank you.